Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Welcome to Nice Podcast 2025. So today we have a guest from Bioeconomy. Is Mr. Ahmad Muzammil Faridza for Bioeconomy Corporation. So today we are gonna go with the topic about developing bio-based entities. So, sir, before we start with the deeper question about the
Sure.
bio entities, so let introduce yourself first.
Right. Myself, I go by the name Muzammil Faridza, and I am an analyst at Bioeconomy Corporation. So I overlook the industrial biotechnology sector in my organization, of which Bioeconomy Corporation works under the policy called National Biotechnology Policy, which is in effect from 2023 to 2030. And in this policy, we are categorized into three, mainly agri-biotech, healthcare biotech, and industrial biotech. I myself look more towards the industrial biotech side. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that.
Cheers.
So, yeah, because our topic today is about bio-based entities.
Mm.
So maybe you can explain more about
Mm.
bio and what is bio entities and what Bioeconomy Corporation
That's
means
it.
in this topic.
Okay, so let's start with what is a bio-based entity, which is
Yeah.
a great question actually. I would like to take the example of honey. You know, the traditional method of selling honey in general is that you pick the honey and then just bottle it and then you just sell. So we don't consider that as a bio-based entity, more like a trading company. So when a company uses technology, let's say for traditional honey, you will have some sort, you have a compound that will make the honey taste a bit different. So you need to extract that compound out before you bottle it and before you sell it to kill off the fermentation. So that is the bio-based activity that a company is conducting. So we are looking at companies who adopts technology in the processing of biomass, like I said just now, honey or other sorts of biomass, and those how bioeconomy helps them is that through our we have a set of programs that addresses the needs from startup, SMEs, and until a full-fledged Bionexus company. So
Okay.
what is a Bionexus company? Is a company that uses biotechnology in producing their day-to-day product.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So based on your experience,
Mm.
what is the what is the key factor that bioeconomy look at? And yeah,
Okay.
what is the best growth for the company that
Mm.
looking for the bio-based entity and whatnot?
We look more to the commercialization side of things. When we talk about commercialization and technology, we couldn't run for the term technological readiness level. So we look at the level 6 to 9.
Yeah. Is that
Meaning,
TRL? What?
yeah,
Yeah,
TRL, yeah,
TRL. Yeah.
TRL. So when we look at 6 to 9, we don't look so much on the research part, but how to design product for it to be suit to the market, which I think is the most important thing, because in Malaysia, before I get into this role, I found out that there's a lot. After I get into this role, I found out that there's a lot of good technologies, but then somehow they didn't get to the market. So that's where bioeconomy comes in. Recently, this year, we have a program called Bioinnovation Launchpad, of which you can see the product downstairs, whereby we took the technology that is available in the university, and then we find the lecturers or anyone who would take up that and turn it into a startup. And these startups, after this, we will choose about 10 startups, and then we will put them into the bio-based accelerator or the BBA program, of which we will assist them and facilitate them by providing market access as much, or certification, a bit to say that we provide end-to-end certification grants. We don't do that, but somehow we connect it with our partners like Sirim for them to get the certification and then to the market. Yeah.
Okay, based on your question, based on your answer just now, so maybe we can go more deeper on
Sure.
business perspective.
Mm.
So, what does a bioeconomy do support with the system that I know something that create maybe from the IP that we got from the IP from the bioeconomy, and then we go to commercialization. So yeah, maybe you can explain
So
more about that.
different companies, I'd say, need different things for them to be successful, and this goes on one by the product and also what stages are they in. Let's say a startup, a startup needs a lot of money to test their product. Well, to say that we provide that money to test their product, we don't do that much. But somehow in our ecosystem, there's 500 companies, and these 500 companies, we can connect them to it, and then they can test their product with their future user. That is the most important thing because you want to sell your product, right? Your product needs to be efficient. And what is the best way to test your product? By testing it with your future buyers. So those are the one of the things that we do lah. We are trying to do. And then at a certain stage of their journey, they may need funding. So we have a sort of equity funding, and then we used to this year we also disburse some amount for debt financing plus grant. But then it differs lah for the company at different stage because we saw a gap when it comes to debt financing. Banks tend to treat their company like banks how used to do, profit loss, equity, balance sheet and all. But then in the technology business, you need to look at other opportunities as well, like how far the technology can go and what are the needs that they are trying to address. So we found out that financial institutions didn't do that. So this is where we come in.
So that one is, I can say, the risk also to
Also,
bioeconomy. Yeah,
true,
every business has a risk, right?
true,
So
true.
yeah, based on what bioeconomy currently do.
Mm.
So how do you tackle all the risks? Yeah, of
Mm.
course, because the a lot of startup company that are doing on the
Mm.
bio-based business and so on. So
Mm. If
how
I can share
risk?
about the risk profile, right? Why aren't there many investors in the bio-based and biotech sector? Is because the risk profile is high and the turnover rate is long, meaning to say that you better, for some investors, you better put your money elsewhere. Usually they put it in real estate lah. But things are changing. Meaning to say our investment portfolio also has more or less in general doubled their amount, doubled their value uh, during the term of our investment. So meaning to say that in the technology business, it's safe to say that although the risk is high, you need to balance it with technological know-how. So when we talk to banks, like I said, they will look at the profit loss balance sheet, but the value is more than the numbers itself. You need to. That's where bioeconomy comes in and educate some of the people that is inside the technology business. And good thing also, we found partners in other mostly agencies and also in venture capitals, both in and out of Malaysia.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, extend on that. So yeah, how bioeconomy role that regarding how the largest company and the financial institutions company want to collaborate with the smaller company like startup
So where
company.
do we come in, right?
Yeah.
In general, speaking in Malaysian terms, what I see is that how they look at companies in Malaysia, how financial institutions look companies in Malaysia, and let's say to say our neighbor Singapore, it's very different. When you talk about startup, right? In Malaysia, I mean for ourselves too, we don't invest in fresh startup. They need to show some capability that they can make some revenue, and then they just need money to grow the business up and beyond. It's a process, because when we talk about our overseas partners, like in Singapore, let's say, they really look at how far can the founders go and how far can the technology go, and they want to enter a technology at the early stage. and this is we looking at the quantum of 200 US dollars, 200,000 US dollars to 1 million. So they are really risk takers, you know. But not to say that Malaysians are highly risk averse. I think 20 years down the road in Bioeconomy Corporation, we have covered some of the gap to educate investors to see the possibility and the potential of the market itself. Yeah.
So yeah, because of this one, I can say that bioeconomy does very good in this. So maybe you can share any success story of this program?
One of it, I think one of the companies that we work on growing is Free the Seed.
Oh,
They
free the seat.
just won, Mr. Ramanes has
Yeah,
just won the
free the
award.
seat, right?
Yeah,
Free
Free
the
the
seat.
Seed. So we entered it about 8 to 10 years ago. And then we grow not only the company, but also the subsector as a whole, which is the subsector of sustainable materials. To add, one of the most recent companies that we have developed from a backyard industry into a full-fledged factory is called Fortify. So what's interesting about this Fortify is that they are in the business of doing both the bio-based leather and also the auxiliaries that you treat this leather with. For your information, in Southeast Asia, it's only this company that has successfully produced it in a large scale, meaning that the other competitors is in Europe or the Americas.
Okay.
So we are putting Malaysia in the spotlight when it comes to bio leather and also biomaterials, because this thing is not easy to do. You need a very high tech product, and then you need to control the quality and all. And this all needs not to say very large investment, but prudent. If we give them this X amount of money, that amount of money need to be used at its fullest. So we are this startup that I mentioned just now, 45 Neighborhood, is looking at sales of 20 million US dollar.
Alright.
And also after that looking to raise funds and grow their business bigger lah.
Alright.
Ah.
Okay, so based on your experience, of course you have a large experience in this industry. So
You
what
too
do you
kind.
see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you see? Maybe
Focus
predict
subsector,
maybe
trends.
trends, or that the company in Malaysia who are trying to be in this bio business. So what?
True. When we talk about not only bio business lah, you talk about technology.
Yeah.
When you are in the technology business, you need to keep innovate, because if your technology falls out of favor, then you lose your business as a whole. That's the risk. You either innovate fast and sustain. So businesses, the cardinal question is, how do you balance by coming up with new technology and sustain with whatever you have? So that's the challenge, I think. In terms of innovation, we are not that far behind. Most of the countries is more or less the same. But then due to the one more thing that I would like to highlight is the market size. Technology companies cannot only sell in Malaysia. Our market is too small. So for this Free the Seed also Fortify, their main market is overseas. Yeah. So we need to look beyond Malaysia. We need to look to supply the world. We are in that position, and then we have that capability. So why not just go from Malaysia to the world? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So yeah, because of we have a lot of the
A
technologies
lot.
right now.
Yeah.
Lot also the bio or any technologies
Mm.
that we can see in
And
market
plus we
right
have
now.
biodiversity.
Yeah.
We are amongst the 17 most biodiverse countries in the world. So there are a lot of foreigners that comes to buy our biomass and making use of our biodiversity. So this is our time. Yeah.
So how the I mean the main thing that what we do with the institution like university institutions. So is that a support on that program, such as
Yeah,
we are bringing the IP from
true.
university and
Hmm.
everything, and then we sell out to the others company? Or how?
I think to address the IP, some of the companies are working well. Well, as a technology company, you cannot run from research institutions and universities.
Mhm.
You need them because from the start to scale, pilot is usually done in the universities, and this usually is covered by MOSTI. From our side, as an investment promotion agency, we look on how to sell this technology and gain a market from it.
Okay, because of this, we have a lot of technology of that. So yeah, from your perspective and your ultimate visions
Hmm.
of bioeconomy things and everything. So
Hmm.
what is your vision on that? So maybe your personal vision,
Hmm.
and also maybe you can share also the from bioeconomy perspective
True.
vision what?
In the National Biotechnology Policy 2.0, we target that 30% of our bioanalysis company is selling beyond Malaysia, of which I think right now, personally, it's more than that. Because when you start introducing a biotech product, somehow the market expects it to be expensive. It's not that we don't want to sell it cheap, because the market expects it to be expensive. Because we have sometimes customer have the mindset, if it's expensive, it's good. So just to share with you an experience, right? When we go to the Middle East for a showcase, there are three companies among three companies. So they are and they are all selling the same thing. In this case, it's aquaculture system. So there's a company from Europe, there's a company from Malaysia, and also a company from China. So the Middle Easterners, they would go for Malaysia because we somehow make it work. The European thing is too expensive, and then the Chinese product is not reliable enough for them. So Malaysia has that sweet spot, and you imagine Middle East being the biggest future market, and we have a very great opportunity there. So why not target our market to the world? Yeah, because the way I see it, Middle East will become the gateway to the world in the future. They have the biggest financial institution there, and then they can invest on any technology they want there. So it's time for companies and also technological owners was number one, put a research on product that the market needs, that really solve the real world issues. And then for companies, they need to look at markets bigger than Malaysia. Yeah.
So based on that also, how bioeconomy validate on that? So is that the technology something like you said, the technologies need to
First of
know the
all, we
company.
look at the technology, right? The technology must have IP and all lah. And then we look at the market readiness, whether it's suitable, it's trying to solve the problems that we're facing right now, and what better way to validate that rather than other than by seeing your revenue, right? If your revenue is picking up, then your product is not in a sunset market. And then the other thing that we see is the team itself lah. What is the technical capability of the team, because they need to innovate to remain relevant in the market. And then also resilience lah.
All right.
Resilience. The company needs to show that they are able to sell. There are a lot of companies out there surprisingly have good product, but don't know how to sell their product. Perhaps wrong target market, wrong market segmentation, wrong pricing. So that is one of the areas that we are trying to solve to our program. We have two programs. One is the Bioinnovation Launchpad for startups, and also Global Expansion Driver to bring our companies into the open world market.
Okay, so for the companies and also maybe from the overseas or local companies, who are trying to reach out to bioeconomy. Do you have any platform or any?
Oh yeah. We have two things. We have our website, and then for in the website and also our LinkedIn, we are posting all of our programs actively. And on top of that, we have our Jelajah Bioeconomy, whereby we will go to 4 zones. This year, we've went to Sabah, and we will go to Sarawak this coming October on the 22nd at IDEX. And also we cover other zones like the East, Central, and also the Northern Zone. All right. So you can either easiest is reach out by our website, come to our events like this one, BioExceed being bought in conjunction with NICE, and also we're going to have our another event in Sarawak on the 22nd and 23rd of October. But the easiest way is just contact us, email us, reach us out.
Is that open every year, or the whole year, or just?
Yeah, the event is open, and as a matter of fact, if you like our page, follow our page on LinkedIn, we also have these satellite events going on, and it's been going on for the past 2 years. Yeah, we always welcome bio-based companies to explore more and know more about what we're doing.
So if the company who are trying to apply on that program, so how long it takes for bioeconomy to validate and then until end the program?
Usually about 1 or 2 months. We have, let's say, for our main program right now, is targeted on SMEs. It's called the Bio-Based Accelerator Program. So we target SMEs with either a paid up capital of 50,000 or revenue of 80,000, whichever comes first. This is the sweet spot where most of our company is in. And also you can just register, and then it will take 2 months for you to be registered as our Bio-Based Accelerator company. And when you are Bio-Based Accelerator company, you are entitled to get all of our facilitation at the cheap price of 250 once.
All right, all right. Okay, thank you, sir, for
No worries. Happy
for
to have this conversation.
sharing the information and everything.
Cheers.
Maybe you want to promote your program also. So
We'll be having an event, showcase event. Last year, we have our own showcase event in KL in this very hall for 2 days. But this year, we are bringing it to Sarawak. Sarawak has a lot of biodiversity and have a lot of players there. So for those who are in Sabah or Sarawak, we are looking forward to see you at our National Bioeconomy Showcase that will be held in conjunction with IDEX 22nd and 23rd October 2025.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Cheers.
Muzammil.
Thank you for this opportunity.
For the introduction about the program and so on. We end of the podcast for this morning. So we have another podcast this evening. So we will meet again after this. So thank you for watching this podcast. Assalamualaikum. Have a very good morning to everyone.
Thank you.